Back at it because we are some basketball addicts on the Hangout. We have Vidal Messiah, Dwayne Sweets-Watson, and the incomparable Lenny Wilkens. Lenny, we're so thankful that you decided to join us and come flash all them bright diamonds on that 50 greatest players ring. I love it. It inspires me. I want to be one of the 50 greatest journalists one day. But that's not going to happen. But Dream Team, you were the assistant coach with Chuck Daly. What were those practices like? I watched the documentary. They talked about the fact that it was when, Bird and Magic were trying to beat down Jordan. Jordan was staking his claim on the game. What was that like?
Well, it was a fantastic experience, and it all began with the very first practice that we had in San Diego. And we practiced against a college select team. Mm-hmm. And pros, they came in and, the season was just over and they were kind of halfway going through the motions. And this young select team did exactly what we had wanted them to do. They got after the pros.
Chris Webber was on that team, right?
Yes, they got after them.
Hurley.
I mean, yeah, Hurley and, all the rest of them. And anyway, Chuck let it be known that in that first quarter or half or whatever you want to call it, those young players were ahead. And the media got to find out about it. And so now our guys were a little upset. So the second half, I think it went maybe 6-7 minutes before they could score, because these players, the pros, weren't going to let them score at all.
So they showed that, coach, in the doc. So this actually, was this staged? Or
did you guys plan that?
Was Daly that?
Yeah.
Really? That's amazing.
Because, how the pros were going to come in.
Sure,
exactly.
Sure, yeah.
And
casual.
So very casual and everything. And then after that, practices became very intense. Mm-hmm. The practice that everybody talks about is the practice we had in Nice. Mm-hmm. We just won the Tournament of Americas, and we gave the guys a week off. And now we fly to France, to Nice, and Chuck was really worried because he didn't want to give any time off, but we had to.
Right.
And so we get there, and the practice, Michael liked to play golf every morning. Yep. So he already played 18 holes of golf. And we get to practice, and some of the guys are going through the motions. And Magic's team is killing Michael's team. And Chuck he worries about everything. And he says to me, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. We're going to get beat, And he's worried, and he's going really very intense. So I went over to Magic, and I said to Magic, Coach is really worried. We need to get Michael, get him going, fired up. Magic said, I'll handle it. And so he went over and started talking stuff to Michael. Right. And then Clyde Drexler went with him and started up. Now Michael is really fired up because, they had just beat Portland in the playoffs. Right. And all of a sudden, Michael goes crazy. And the practice becomes very intense. I mean, guys are going at it, physically as well. Now Chuck says, we got to stop this.
We got a problem on our hands.
Right. We got to calm these guys down, and everything. And I said, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But and the other coaches told them the same thing. And finally, they backed off, and we stopped practice. So we had to end practice.
Wow.
Well, listen, that's why we had you on the couch. To hear stuff like that, that's beautiful. Lenny, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, and for all the basketball fans out there, we thank you for coming back down. We thank you for the time you spent with the Toronto Raptors. We thank you for what you did for the game in this country. We just thank you, man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate being here.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Lenny Wilkens. That's Dwayne Sweets-Watson. That's my man, Vidal Messiah. I'm Akil Augustine, and this has been The Hangout. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back next Thursday. Don't miss it.